He's like love, 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 and music. La la la, love, 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 and music.
Hello, 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 everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. This is my review for Scandal Season 7, Episode 10. It has been a long day. I thought I would have been started my reviews before. It is 1 o'clock in the morning. I mean, everything was acting up. I was taking notes and my damn notepad shut down. So I had to re-watch stuff to why look, it was a lot. But we are here. So let's make the best of it. I hope everybody had a great Thursday, which is Friday Eve. I'm so happy today is Friday. I get to do I can't even really relax. I got some reviews to do. So you know it is what it is. But let's make the best of this particular situation. So Scandal today, Season 7, Episode 10. I feel like my camera's off a little bit, but it's okay. It was a good episode. It was a lot of conversation, a lot of talking, a lot of, just a lot of stuff going on. What I will say is I sort of kind of guessed the end of it from the beginning. Because I'm like, I'm smarter than the average bear. Because we see the beginning, Olivia wakes up from her little one night with Fix, one night in Fix or whatever. And, it doesn't have to be one night. We can go to Vermont and make it a long weekend. And she's like, oh, Vermont? Oh, let's go, okay. So they fly off to Vermont and everything. And then when she gets there, we see the whole gang is here. You know what I'm saying? Abby's there. Marcus is there. Huck, David Rosen is there. And then, of course, Fitz. And she's like, what's going on here? And they Huck did you kill Quinn? And she's like, what were you talking about? So from there, we see Charlie still over there choking out Papa Pope. And the same thing I said that I thought was going to happen is what happened. Quinn ran in. Don't kill him. He's helping me. I think I said that to my people at work. I don't know if I said that on my review. Where I was like, when he was choking Papa Pope, I might have said on my review. I can't remember. I was like, I imagine Quinn would come in and be like, no, I'm alive in real life or whatever. I kept saying from the beginning Quinn as one dead because I'm like, it just didn't make sense to kill her in that way. It didn't make sense. But it's okay that they have people thinking she's dead. So that part I do like. But, it is what it is. Charlie, of course, is pissed at Quinn. Like, why would you call me? And I'm like, well, technically she was kidnapped. Even though she's been alive for a little bit of time since we thought she was dead. Because she's been thinking about how to get back at Olivia. So Papa Pope is really keeping her safe so that they can get whatever revenge back on Olivia. And, she's like, well, calm down. Come meet your daughter. Because he been choking that man out so long, he ain't met the dang on baby yet. So, they go do that. We then see Cyrus talking to Millie, telling Millie, Olivia's the one who killed Rashad. She's like, wait, what? And she, do we have any proof? And he was like, we think Quinn Perkins had proof, and that's why she killed. Oh my God! And he's like, she's behind all of it. And he's like, I can't believe this. I want to talk to her. Because she's trying to call Olivia. But, of course, Olivia's ass ain't there. And they can't find out where she is. So, back in Vermont, when they're like, did you kill Quinn? She's like, I don't believe this. Vince's like, look, my Secret Service detail know to not let you leave this house point blank period. Like, your ass is here. You kidnapped, okay? You just kidnapped. And, Abby's saying how if you leave the White House, give up B613, they won't press charges. And she like, what the hell? Y'all really think? And then, Huck Quinn recorded you. You was who she met with. And you killed Quinn. You killed Quinn. And, she's like, Quinn's death isn't on me. But they realized that she did not say she didn't do it. She just said it wasn't her fault that Quinn was there. Which really means it was her fault that Quinn was there. But the thing about it is she never says, I didn't kill Quinn. My father killed Quinn. I don't think they know. Well, no, they don't know that she had a choice to save Quinn and she just didn't. I think they think she outright killed Quinn. Not that she let Quinn die just thinking that Papa Pope wouldn't murder her. So they don't even know that she really could have saved Quinn's life had she just gave in, but she didn't want to do that. So, she's like, you guys have the nerve to come to me about how bad I am. Huck, you have your nerve, and we've all done things, all of our hands are dirty, blah, 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 blah. And they all like, girl, whatever, throw them drags, we not listening to you, and Fix at her, you have no power here, and shut her ass down. She's like, you know what? Whatever. So she goes to the room, and she's sitting there by herself. Now, the whole episode, Leah was in the goddamn room, and just each person comes, her talking, giving their own spiel to try to convince her to admit what she did, resign from the White House, and give up B613. We then see Millie is down in the B613 bunker, and Jake walk in. He like, what you doing out here? How you get in here? She like, bitch, I'm the president. You know what I'm saying? I get in these kind of places. And she's like, where's Olivia? She's like, I don't know. So she's like, yeah, so you think I couldn't get in here the same way I wasn't supposed to know that, you got that she killed Rashad. And he's like, what? She's like, don't play dumb with me. And then she was like, why did she do it? And he like, I don't know. And he was like, no. Millie said, no. I'm not asking you. You have no answers. You're just her puppy dog. You know what I'm saying? I'm sending her a message through you. Now run back to your master and tell her I said, come meet me by this time, or I'm putting cement in all this, and both of y'all gonna be down here under the cement. You gonna kill him, Millie? Okay, Millie. Send a message to his master from him. It is what it is. We then see the whole Quinn and the baby and Papa Pope situation. I'm just gonna shut this down one whole little fail. Quinn is there, Charlie's there, Papa Pope is there, and Charlie is happy that she's back and she's alive, and he's on the whole thing of like, okay, let's see what this is about. You see the baby crying, and Papa Pope and Quinn dancing around doing Britney Spears karaoke to quiet her down, and Charlie looking on like, what the fuck is going on? So in a later scene, Charlie does say to Papa Pope, thanks so much for what you've done so far. It's crazy, whatever. Thanks so much. He's like, yeah, it's cool. He's like, yeah, because I can take it from here. And Papa Pope was like, what are you talking about? He was like, yeah, we won't need you anymore. I can take it from here. And Papa Pope was like, they ain't leaving this house. Like, she's here to be protected for real. Like, they ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead on. And he like, what are you talking about? He was like, the only way to keep Quinn safe is for people to believe that she's dead. He's like, matter of fact, you have to leave too, because if you stay here too long, they're gonna come looking around and they're gonna figure some things out. Like, you have to leave. And like, I ain't going no goddamn way. You know what I'm saying? Not today. And so Quinn was like, look, he's right. You do have to leave, because the longer you stay here, the more they're gonna wonder why you're here. She's like, I want to get revenge on Olivia, and the only way I can do that is if I am calculated, that I think about things, I plan things out, and I don't want her to die. We can't kill her. I want her to go to jail and suffer and go to prison and serve jail time for what she did to me, what she did to us. So she was like, as much as it hurts me to say this, you need to leave. And I'm like, okay, Quinn, like, I gotta do what I want. And I think she should, because her lipstick was off a little bit on the corner. I think she should, because it just makes... Olivia did basically let her die. Basically, she did. So, Olivia in the room. So, we have Abby who come talk to her. And Abby basically just tell her that, you know what I'm saying, she understands what she did, even though it was the wrong thing to do. She's like, I get that you did what you thought you had to do to hold on to your power. I completely get it. She's like, but, you saved all of us from something. Let us save you. That was her whole thing. Then we see Jake going to talk to Cyrus, and he basically threatened Cyrus because he thinks Cyrus is the one who told Millie about who killed Rashawn, because, Cyrus was looking into things. And he basically, Cyrus is like, man, look, I ain't scared of you. Go ahead on somewhere. Man, Jake put out some scissors and put them to Cyrus' throat, and Cyrus is like, do it. I'm like, is Cyrus want to die? Like, yeah, I can slit your throat and they'll think that you killed yourself because your boyfriend broke up with you. And Cyrus was like, do it. Push the goddamn button. He didn't even care. And he like, this is not my first rodeo. This ain't my first chicken. Who's that? My first chicken show, whatever. You play chicken with somebody. He's like, I beat people better than you. I beat people, whatever. You're like a baby in these streets. I'm thinking like, Cyrus really, okay, Cyrus. And he like saying like, my boyfriend didn't dump me. He saw what I really was. He saw the evil that's behind the things I've done, and he was scared, so he left me. He like, do you want to see what he saw? I'm like, Cyrus really talk. Remember, Cyrus was the deal. You know what I'm saying? Seasons 1, 2, and 3. Cyrus got soft when they killed his first husband. That's when Cyrus, like, because Cyrus used to be, you know what I'm saying, a monster, okay? And I think he had to remember, sometimes I have to be that monster, okay? I'm like, go ahead, Cyrus. So Jake slits his throat a little bit. This is like this little nick, you know what I'm saying? He ain't kill him. But he leave out because he realized Cyrus is also no one to play with. So from there, you know, we see David goes to the door talking to Liv. And he's basically running off a laundry list of laws she's broken, a laundry list of charges he can bring her up on, then saying how they haven't prosecuted anybody for the death penalty and forever. He like, you gonna make me famous. I'm like, they is really, but they're saying everything they can say to her to get her to understand where she is in this situation, how in this situation she does not have any power. So I'm like, well, okay, that's kind of crazy. We then see Huck and Abby sitting around having a conversation, and, you know, Abby's like, you know, Huck, I'm sorry that I didn't believe you. You know, I'm just so sorry. He's like, it's okay, you know, it was Liv. I get it, you know, I get why you didn't believe me at first. And then, you know, him saying, you know, I miss the old Liv. She's like, yeah, me too. And he's like, you know, I want her back. Yeah, you know, me too. You know, it was what it was. We see another scene where Cyrus and Millie is talking. This is after Jake tried to threaten to kill him. And, you know, Millie's saying how she's not going to do anything until she talks to Olivia. Because Cyrus is saying, like, you know, we need to nip this in the bud. Like, what you waiting to talk to Olivia for? You know what she's done. Like, you need to get it handled. A little parched. And so she's like, no, I need to know why she did it. I need to know the reason that she did this. And Cyrus is listening to her talk like, you trying to let her talk to you and talk you out of doing what you're supposed to do because you feel like you can't run this office without her. You're scared to run this office without her. And she's like, no, you know, that's not what it is. I ain't thinking about that. He like, look, I don't care what you're talking about. He like, I'm not going to let her run me over. I'm not going to let her do that. You know, I'm not going to let her play me. And then she was like, you know, just leave, Cyrus, because she didn't want to hear it. But it's true. You know, the same thing she's saying is, you wanting to talk to her doesn't make any sense because you know what she did. It shouldn't matter the reason she did it. She did something foul, and I mean, come on now, she got 2 people killed. It is what it is. We then see Huck takes Olivia some food, and when he leaves it and she hears his voice, she finally responds and opens the door because when everybody else was talking to her, she didn't say anything. When Huck said, "There's food out here," Huck, she get up to the door, opens the door, cracks it. She looks out, and, you know, she starts talking to him like, you know, I know you're angry. You have every right to be angry. But I need you. I need you right now. You know, I need you the same way you've needed me in all the ways I've been there for you. And I brought you back from the brink of insanity and all the stuff I did for you. You know, I've always forgiven you, Huck. Huck, I need you to be my gladiator. And she's spinning them, okay? She's spinning them. She's using them Olivia gladiator words. She's like, I need you to get me out of here. You know, I need you to get me out of here. He's like, what? And she's like, hey, you need to get me out of here. You know, leave with me. Come run B613 with me. You know, be my gladiator. I only used the word gladiator when it came to, you know, be my gladiator. And he was like, I can't leave with you. You know, we're not the same. You know, you killed one of us. You killed Quinn. And she's like, no, Huck, we just need to leave. And he was like, I'm not your gladiator anymore. You know what I'm saying? You know, what you did is unforgivable. You know, I will never leave with you. I'm done serving you. I'm looking like, you done serving her? Okay, Huck. Speak them words, Huck. I was shocked. Because for all these seasons, Huck has really always been her gladiator. He has always done whatever she needed him to do, no matter how bad it was. When he didn't want to go to that place of craziness, he would go there for her. So he was really her gladiator, and she tried to use that to get her out. And that's why I was looking like she, you know, it's a whole other thing. We then to another scene, and we see Jake and Millie talking because Jake didn't want to Olivia out because Jake is looking for Olivia. He has no idea where she is. So he's at her apartment looking for her, and Millie comes there too. I'm like, was she stalking him? Like, was she looking for, I don't know, who knows what it is. But no, she probably was looking for Olivia, knew Olivia wasn't there either. But, you know, they sit down and she asked him the question, did she have Rashad killed? And he was like, I think you know that answer. And she was like, but why would she do it? So he first said, well, you know, she made a deal with the rebels, and the rebels said they would, you know, sign the peace treaty if we would kill Rashawn. All these things that technically happened. And she was like, no, that's not true. If Olivia didn't want him dead, she would have made sure that he wasn't dead. Olivia gets what she wants. She's like, for some reason, she wanted him dead, so why did she do it? And then he finally says, he was like, because you couldn't keep your legs closed. You're going to go to war for that man. You know, we couldn't let that happen. And as he talking, she like, this motherfucker just basically called me a slut that I can't keep my legs closed. And she's shocked by what he said, because she's like, wait, what? You killed someone because I basically liked them? What the hell? And she's like, stop talking. Stop talking. Because he's still talking or whatever. So then she gets up and she leaves. I'm looking like, well, I think she's mad right now. The next thing we see is Fitz talking to Olivia. And he's saying, you know, from the first moment I met you, you've always been right. You know, you've always been the right about things. Even when you first met and you said the reason I wasn't winning in the polls was because I didn't love my wife. He's like, as much as I hated it and I hated you at that moment, I hated you because you were right. He was like, you know, you've always been right, Liv. You've always been right. You know, but this time you're wrong. He was like, you know, you're wrong and you're too smart and right too much to not know that what you did in this instance was wrong. You know, he's like, you know, basically, I'm not leaving you. I'm going to sit right here. I'm going to be here for you. When you're ready to open the door, I'll be here. And I'm like, aw, you know, that was a nice little speech. But I still, in my head, I'm looking like, Olivia too far gone. And then the next morning, she comes out the room with that same goddamn coat on. I'm like, she took it off yet? You came out with your coat on? Okay, girl, this what this. And she came out and said, you know, I wrote something. And she puts it down and Abby reads it. And it's a resignation letter for her as chief of staff. She's like, you know, I'll resign today. She's kind of crying and stuff, saying how it takes time to close out B613. And Fitz was like, no, that has to happen immediately. She's like, no, Jake needs to close it out. It can't be me. I can't do that. So I mean, it's going to take time for him to do it. I'm out of it. And it's like, I'm not admitting I'm wrong. You know, I can't admit that I'm wrong. What I can admit is that I can't continue, because if I can't admit I'm wrong, that means I'm doing too much. And I'm so sorry. She's crying. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know, I wish I could say sorry to the one person that it matters, and that's the queen, but I can't. So I'm going to say sorry to y'all while I have the chance. And, you know, she's like, you know, I'm going to go now. She crying. She go back to the room. You know, Fitz come in, and she's like, you know, I don't know what to do. He like, it's okay. You know, we'll go back to D.C. Everything will be okay. And I said to myself, she lying. Simply because when someone is that far gone, it don't take a night to make them get their shit together. It doesn't. I'm like, she lying. Like, she knows she wants to get back. I don't know for what, but maybe she gonna get back and she gonna kill all of them. I don't know what she gonna do. But I'm like, I said to myself, she lying. She faking it, and it is what it is. We then see Jake and Millie having a conversation, and he's like, did you call a meeting with the White House counsel? And she was like, yeah, because she know that Olivia killed Rashad. And he's like, you know, I don't think you should do that. And she's like, she get up and she talked to him, and she was like, Fitz had been out here for 8 years, you know, with the open leg policy. You know, him and Olivia was together for 8 years. We barely made a peep. You know, because if you recall, he did everything. When Olivia was kidnapped, Fitz has done things for Olivia. And no one batted an eyelash. Well, they batted some eyelash, but it was what it was. So she was like, you know, I just like someone, and this is what happened. You know, should we have blown up Olivia's plane? Should we have killed Olivia? Because it's true. The one thing, to say that we killed this man because you was going to be with him, as if the former president, who was my husband, didn't have a whole mistress all up and through the White House for the whole 8 years. She's like, he was spreading his DNA all over this White House, and no one better than eyelash but me. I just like someone this, you know, it is what it is. It's going to be what it's going to be. You know, B6, she's like, this isn't about B613. It's not about that. This is about Olivia. Olivia's bad for the country. And if you can't see that, you're just as blind as I was. Good day. And she sent his ass out. So I'm like, well, okay. So the next scene, we see Olivia at home. Jake realized she home. Jake pissed. Where have you been? I've been calling you. Was in Vermont. She like, it ain't what you think. It wasn't no little trisk in the sheets. You know, it wasn't like that. And she's like, just shut up. I got all your messages, but that's all a problem for tomorrow, because I'm going to lose all my friends and everyone I care about except you. And then they start being nasty. And they being nasty to, was it Janet Jackson's Black Cat? I think it was Janet Jackson's Black Cat song. And you see how everyone's kind of realizing she played them. They're waiting for the announcement of her resignation on the on the press conference thing or whatever. And they're like, where's Olivia? Why isn't she there? And so we keep seeing her and Jake messing around. You know, where's Olivia? Why don't we see her? Maybe she's gonna be late. Where's Olivia? And they realize it's slowly but surely she isn't going to resign. She played us. She played us. This bitch played us. I could have told y'all that she was going to do that, but, you know, I wasn't there. So we then see her and Jake waking up in the morning, and, you know, she wakes up, put her robe on. Yeah, you need to go make a kill photo for Millie. He's like, what? And she is like, get everything you can on her and go show her all of her skeletons and why she needs to get in line. And he was like, you know, just a suggestion, you know, maybe for this particular situation, a carrot is better. She was like, no, that wasn't a suggestion. That was an order. And he looked like, well, damn, you really treat me like a dog. Okay. So everyone that she played is kind of figuring out what she did, and like, you know, what can we do? Can we do this? Can we prosecute her this way? Will we do that? That implements Millie. If we do this implies everything they thought to do would implicate someone else. And then they was like, you know, sorry, Huck, you know, there's nothing that we can do, because Huck wants justice for Quinn. That's his whole thing. And they kept going round and round and round. It was, you know, Marcus, Quinn, Huck, Fitz, David, Abby, and they couldn't figure out how to go forward with it. I'm like, y'all asses should have left her ass locked up for a few more days. No one changes their man in one day. Come on now, she's Olivia goddamn Pope. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So we do see Jake take the kill folder to Millie, like, here you go. She's like, what is this? And he's like, you know, your fake abortions, affairs, everything she done all these past 7 seasons. She's like, are you serious? Are you threatening me? He's like, no, it's not me, it's Olivia. He's like, you know, I have some advice. He's like, you do need B613. You do need someone watching your back. You need someone who's going to do what's best for the country and always come to you with stuff, and they're not going to have their own agenda. You know, you need someone. I'm like, is Jake doing what I think Jake doing? Is Jake telling himself? Jake is smart. Because as we see that, we see Olivia Pope bouncing through the office. She bouncing through the White House. Her weave bouncing. If I hear my ears, I was bouncing. So her weave bouncing, and she walking. You know, you walking, your hair bouncing fly. It's that whole thing. And then she's walking, looking all confident in her little black suit or whatever. And she starts to see stuff walking past her. She's like, is that my goddamn plant? Is that my goddamn flower? Is that my goddamn picture? And she realized things that she's seen to be taken out of the White House are her office things. And so she gets her office. She's like, she sees Cyrus. She's like, what the hell is going on? He's like, I don't know. You tell me. Baby, she walks into her office. Jake is in there putting down his stuff as her stuff is being taken the fuck out. I look like Jake was in there selling his damn self. I ain't your dog no more. I'm not your gladiator. I'm on my own. Olivia lost everyone. Because now she lost Jake. And then when she sees that, and Jake do a little smirk. You know what I'm saying? He do a little smirk. And then, you know, she storm off. And she walks into the Oval. And Millie's sitting there. She's like, what did you do? And Millie just look up, close her book. And she just like, she smiled. And I'm like... And that was how the episode went off. We don't, you know, they're going to have the whole conversation next episode. You know, this was a good episode. You know, as we know, this is the last season. That's the reason why I am reviewing this particular, this season, actually. And it was a good episode, but I'm just like, I'm ready to get to the end point, because I'm looking like, where they going with all this? Like, how is it going to end? That's what I want to know. And I don't want no quintessential, oh, she goes to jail. Or, oh, she's forgiven. I want to see how Shonda ties it all up. And I know it's not going to be like tied all up, like in a pretty little bow. I just wonder how it's going to all end. So, yeah. Anywho, that is my review for Scandal Season 7, Episode 10, I think I said it was. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. You know what I'm saying? After you subscribe to my channel, if you hit the little bell button, it will notify you when I have new videos up, so you don't have to wonder to share the video up. Just hit the little notification thing. And you can also like the video, put your comments down below, and also share on your social media. So, I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner.